I'm Tom Campbell from Cultaholic.
Memories.
Somebody's had a lovely sleep after watching Raw Reunion.
I had a whole 4 hours following that absolute mess of a show. We're going to talk about it a bit more in a moment, but you know what the problem was? Sid wasn't there. That's what threw everything off. It's nothing to do with the stories that we've got coming up. It was Sid.
Well, if you will book a Raw Reunion at the start of softball season...
Well, if you're going to book Sid, he's not going to turn up. I think more to the point.
Fair point,
Look at the headlines.
We have details on original plans for the Raw Reunion last night. Kevin Owens has teased a big SummerSlam match. And which star is heading back to Impact? Find out shortly. So Raw Reunion was a thing that happened last night, and opinion has ranged from it being bad to really bad. Did feel for you watching on the live stream, you sat on your Jack Jones.
An hour and a quarter on my own while Jack was deep in snoozy time, just watching. Cena was good, that was fine, and then Devon Dudley, for some reason, teamed up with the Revival, and then from there, just all the way down to the very bottom, right there, which is Seth Rollins' Brock Lesnar impression, and then Drunk Steve Austin back up for me. Big fan of that.
Drunk Steve Austin every week would be absolutely fine.
Fine with that.
Maybe a few of the things that were meant to have happened might have picked the show up. Now, some issues medically meant that a few scenes and a few bits with the show had to be rewritten or scrapped altogether. And we've got a bit more information on what we should have seen last night but didn't. Ricochet was supposed to get the rub from DX and the NWO, that whole bit with the click that Seth Rollins did where they had the argument over who makes the best hand puppet.
Yeah, it's all good.
That was meant to go to Ricochet.
I wish it had, because Seth didn't need that. Seth had already had a bad night, and I actually just think that made things a little bit worse for Seth Rollins. It was awkward as hell, wasn't it? The whole thing was really weird. It was just like all of the mates, then Seth Rollins.
Yeah, there's a picture doing the rounds where
Big fan.
You know what? I've been at parties like that where like you go with a partner and they know everybody, and you're just kind of waiting to be introduced. Hi.
You will always find me in the kitchen at Tom Campbell.
But it was meant to be Ricochet, but he's got an elbow infection, so yeah. I guess they were Scott Hall might catch it. Rikishi was supposed to do a little bit more, however he wasn't.
I love it.
This is
all from the Observer, by the way.
Rikishi was not cleared to do a stink face.
What?
He's clearly got IBS or something, because that's my overriding thought. Why you wouldn't be cleared to put your bottom in somebody's face?
Apparently he was meant to do it to the Revival and Devon Dudley. That's something that we've all been asking for an awful long time, for the Revival to be humiliated by an Attitude Era fat guy. But yeah, I mean, hopefully he's okay. I don't know what else to say about that, Tom.
I think it's a poorly tummy. I think it's a poorly...
No, it's going to be a heart thing. He doesn't want to get excited.
Because he's got poorly tummy.
Okay, there you go.
I'm going to say poorly tummy. You don't want someone doing a stink face with that. And Patterson and Briscoe weren't cleared to really do anything except the very little that they did.
Your prediction was right.
Did it, though.
Your prediction was right. The Stooges captured the 24/7 title. And I quite
Prediction
enjoyed...
King, in case we've forgotten.
Yeah, no, I'm very aware, you bastard. So I think it changed 9 times last night, the 24/7 title. I think that's right. 9 times.
Patterson, Briscoe...
Back, you're not going to be
Kelly,
able to. Yeah, go on, keep going.
Alundra Blaze, Melina, Ted DiBiase, back to Drake, Maverick. What happened to that wrestler?
Yeah, so I mean, I was expecting them to be doing 630s last night, shooting star presses, but they couldn't do it, unfortunately, so they just had to get rolled up. And I don't even think Patterson, you saw him take the pin, did you? It just sort of popped up and Briscoe had defeated him, and that was it. And then the limo stuff happened. All fun stuff. I think, like, as far as the most successful threads on Raw and SmackDown at the moment, the things that just flow throughout the TV show, the 24/7 stuff is really working for me.
It's been really nice. But whether do you think those would have improved?
As in, like, if Patterson and Briscoe could have done more.
If Patterson had done his shooting star press.
I want an Iron Man match between just those two. Not even the 24/7 title, the Universal title. Get off Brock, give it to Patterson and Briscoe.
Are you sure you've had enough sleep?
No, I have not had enough sleep.
So Kevin Owens, just before the Raw reunion, put out a video teasing a match for SummerSlam. Kevin Owens has just been on the money as a promo guy on SmackDown. He's been the MVP and he continued to be so. Just doing a promo in his car to Shane McMahon saying that, hey, Shane McMahon, you want to have a chat with me on SmackDown? I'm going to have a chat with you now. How about this? How about we have a match at SummerSlam? And if I lose, I leave.
That's big, isn't it? And you know what? I hope, maybe I'm reading too much into this, but I hope that also means if Shane McMahon loses, he leaves. Because he's the one ruining the TV shows at the moment. Kevin Owens, I love his heel work. I really, really love him. But he was always just like a little bit like too funny. It's very difficult to hate Kevin Owens as a heel. And that's what a heel, I guess, should be fundamentally. A person that you dislike, you want to see lose. But Kevin Owens as a babyface is working for me so much. I wish the plans hadn't had to change for him to go and be a heel again for a very brief period to challenge Kofi. But now he's back on the babyface thing. I just think he's so good. And that he should be the top guy. He's who should have been on bloody Raw Reunion yesterday. And we're going to talk about why he wasn't in a second. Yeah. But he should have been there. Like, if Austin and him had finished things off, rather than Austin and Alicia Fox, the legend that is... That was mental. Did you? Alicia Fox in the ring, Sergeant Slaughter, Rikishi's there, NWO DX, Foxy. Why was she there? I know I've gone completely off topic here.
Raw Reunion.
Please,
she is the longest running episodic diva in the history of Monday Night Raw.
She's been there forever. She's been there for like 10, 11 years or something. But what, has she been sacked? No. Is that some more news? Alicia Fox is gone. There you go. There's some more news for you, probably.
Leave the memories alone, Alicia Fox. So whilst the Raw Reunion was going on, and we're all having a good old laugh with that, there was a SmackDown live show at Fort Myers, Florida. Now, normally you hear things saying, oh, attendance is bad for SmackDown. And you find that people will send you pictures from an event, and you'll go, oh gosh, is that like before the bell? Go, no, that's like the show underway. And there are pictures, in fact, pop them up back behind our heads there. There it is there. That is the attendance at SmackDown Live, Fort Myers, Florida, last night. Woo!
Really.
Wow.
There's no official number, obviously. By the way, thank you to Greg Parks from pwtorch.com for these photos. Much appreciated.
Love you, Greg.
But it doesn't look more than like 250, 300 people from what I can tell there. And it's understandable. It was never going to be a really big draw because Raw Reunion is happening, I believe, like an hour and a half away. But still, come on. That doesn't pay for the cost, does it?
I can't fathom why they thought that was a good idea. Let's put like 9/10 of every wrestler on the planet up the road, and let's just pop Kofi, Dolph, and Randy Orton here with a few others, and we'll do a show.
I think Owens must have been there as well, which is why he wasn't on Raw yesterday when he was the guy that should have been there. Everyone wants to see Austin and Owens do. I'm not going to keep.
And you know what?
Beating a dead horse.
How cruel are the parents that took their kids to Fort Myers, Florida? We're going to go watch WWE in Florida. Are we? Yeah, we're going to Raw Reunion. No, Fort Myers.
Because all kids...
Go watch that one instead.
All kids want to see Alundra Blaze and Rikishi. They're going to be really annoyed there. Who's Randy Orton, Mummy? I wanted to see Medusa from W... I'm sure they had a great time. And if you're watching, and if you did take your kids...
Let them down.
No, you're a good parent. Don't listen to this horrible, small-handed dork.
We are now 2/3 of the way through the Cultaholic's second news video of the day, which means there is a 33.33% chance that the following story is going to make you 85% happier than you were 3 times 4 hours ago, because Scott Steiner's bringing WrestleMaths back to Impact, baby! And he's not coming alone, Adam Pacitti.
He's not.
Oh,
he's not going to do a match on his own, that's for sure. Against Hornswoggle.
Heaven forfend. Scott Steiner, the big story with Scott Steiner, if you follow him or if you follow Jordan Grace on Twitter, who is brilliant.
She's very good at Twitter.
Love her. But Scott Steiner and Jordan Grace are teaming alongside P.T. Williams for Shakara's King of Trios this year as Big Papa Pump, Little Pump, and Thick Mama Pump.
Big fan.
Oh,
Big fan.
So good. And Impact like it so much, they're bringing in all 3, the whole Pump family, are coming to Impact Wrestling for an Impact Plus Network special, Unbreakable. I'm so excited to see Scott Steiner back with his whole family.
I mean, yeah, I've seen recent Scott Steiner matches, the most recent being that Hornswoggle one over WrestleMania weekend. If you haven't seen any recently, I guess the point to make is don't expect Frankensteiners. You're not going to get that. Scott Steiner spent the majority of his time outside of the ring playing Randy Newman, short people, well, not for some reason. I think it's fairly obvious the reason for that. But yeah, I love Scott Steiner. Hopefully he does something tremendously funny, gets another meme, gets some more T-shirts out of it. That's all you can really hope for a Scott Steiner match now.
What I like is the fact that it's the connection that it makes. Because Scott Steiner is like, as you say, he's a wrestling meme these days. P.T. Williams is a phenomenal wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
Jordan Grace is incredible. incredible. You can only, get good by that connection. I'm excited to see what they do in Impact, because then I'm excited to watch them do King of Trios.
Yeah,
King of Trios is always a wonderful sort of smorgasbord of random teams, and that is one of my favourites, and I get to watch them a little bit earlier.
Their opponents haven't been revealed yet. It's worth pointing out.
No.
Who do you want?
Oh gosh. Pat Patterson, Joe Briscoe.
See you later.
I haven't got a title card. Here's Adam Pacitti in an ill-fitting t-shirt.
Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. You can follow us on Twitter at Cultaholic. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. If you enjoy what we do here at Cultaholic, you can pledge to us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Cultaholic. And most importantly, don't forget to hit subscribe and join us.